All right, guys, so we are overhead squatting, and while the overhead squat involves the shoulder, and it's good to prep the shoulder, we also want to prep the hips and ankles because that's a lot of times the main limiter for people because they end up leaning over like this, and then their shoulders can't quite do what they need them to do, and it's not so much a shoulder problem as it is a hip and ankle problem. So we're going to try and open up the hips by doing 4 each side on lateral squats, 4 each side on rotational squats, and then open the ankles by doing some dorsiflexion based, basically RDLs, right? With that light weight and kind of slow controlled tempo to kind of give us a little bit of a stretch while we're moving. And this should prep us better for it. All right. So this is going to be a 9-minute circuit. EMOM each one. So you'll do the lateral squats on minute 1, rotational on minute 2, deadlifts on minute 3, rotate through it 3 times for 9 minutes. From there, we're going to grab the broomsticks and move to the overhead squat. Make sure we get the shoulders moving, right? Pass-throughs and whirly-doos. And then really focus on that shoulder position and driving up. So armpits forward, driving up on that overhead squat. And then a lot of people stick the butt back, so it's dropped down between the knees, right? You're doing sets of 5, right, on this one. Only the first set is different. So the first set is just an RPE of 2. The last 3 should be the same weight, RPE of 3. We're pausing for 1 second just to kind of make sure we can stabilize at the bottom of each rep. And we go on the 2 minutes. So it's relatively quick here. We only have 8 minutes. You'll be basically done in 10 without a problem and put everything away because we have a longer kind of muscle endurance workout to finish. Where you got 40 box jump overs. Again, most of the levels will probably do step, and that's fine. Right, and then so it's 40 box jump overs, 40 dumbbell strict press. They'll ask whether it's push or strict. Does it say push? No, it's strict press. 40 wall ball shots, 40 alternating dumbbell snatches, and 40 weighted sit-ups. So when we talk about level selection, so if I was fresh and I walked up and I wanted to do those box jump overs, it should be a 2-set thing. I should be able to keep moving, take a break, and then go. Right. For those doing step overs, it's probably a 1-set thing. No way around that. Dumbbell wall ball and the snatches, something you can do 25 plus with when fresh. It should really be 2 sets for these as well. For the most part, maybe fatigue gets you at the end. The snatches might be 1 set, but in general, we should be looking at 2 sets to do this. So something you could do 20, 25 plus of. So there is a conditioning element to it, but it's also important to remember this is mainly a muscle endurance workout. So it's designed to help with like lactate clearance. So it'll help you push harder, even pushes that lactate threshold. So even in the shorter workouts, this should help you push on those. It's a super kind of important thing, and it will affect kind of general fitness and the amount of work you can do in other workouts too. The trick to this though, is because it's muscle endurance limited, if we're doing it right, it's going to be at a little lower of an RPE than you would normally do for this length of a workout. So think about it, a grindy type thing where I could speak in full sentences. I can come back to normal breathing very quickly, right? So there is obviously always a condition element. It's called the Metcon, but we're focusing on muscle endurance here. So if we've scaled and we move properly, it should be our legs and our arms, the pain in those that limit us, not kind of the breathing. So the big problem we have with a lot of people is on this workout like this, they're going to go out at 100 miles an hour because muscle endurance, it's endurance, right? So the first 20, 30 reps are perfectly okay, and then it hits. And if you go out on that at 100 miles an hour without any pace, now you're going to be in trouble, and the rest of the workout's just going to be a hold-on thing. So really coach them to control that pace, especially on the first few movements.